Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into one of the most profound and complex works of philosophy, Being and Nothingness by Jean-Paul Sartre. This book is often seen as the cornerstone of existential philosophy. Author challenges the way we view ourselves, our freedom, and the meaning of existence. Trust me, by the end of this video, you will have a clear understanding of author's take on what it means to be and how our choices shape who we are. Let's jump into it. Author kicks off by exploring what it means to be. According to him, there are two types of being in itself and being for itself. Being in itself refers to objects that simply exist. They don't have consciousness, intention, or purpose. Think about a rock or a tree, it just is, without awareness. On the other hand, being for itself is human existence. We're aware of ourselves. We think, we reflect, and we make choices. This self-awareness, authors argues, is what makes human being radically different from everything else in the universe. Now, let's talk about freedom. Author says that humans are condemned to be free. This is the heart of existentialism. What does that mean? It means that every decision you make is entirely yours. No one else is responsible for it. You can't blame circumstances, your past, or other people. We are the sum of our choices. And because of this radical freedom, we also carry the burden of responsibility. For example, if you choose a career path, you can't say it is the right thing to do based on social pressure or parental expectations. It is your choice, and you alone must live with that choice. Author dwells into a fascinating concept, the idea of the look, where we are aware that someone is looking at us. We become conscious of ourselves as an object. We stop being for ourselves and become for the other. This idea to a sense of alienation, when someone gazes at us, we feel judged or reduced to an object, which others calls objectification. This experience shapes our self-awareness as we are not just how we see ourselves, but also how others perceive us. Think of how you act when you are at a social gathering. You might behave differently, aware that others are observing and judging you. That is the look in action. One of the key concepts in being and nothingness is bad faith. Author argues that we often deceive ourselves to avoid the anxiety that comes with absolute freedom. For instance, let's say you are in a job that you don't like it, but you tell yourself, I have no choice. It is just what I have to do. In reality, you have the freedom to choose whether it is changing your job or doing something else. But you hide from that responsibility because it is easier than confronting the truth. This self-description is what author calls bad faith. It is about trying to yourself to avoid the weight of the freedom and responsibility. Now, Sartre brings us to the idea of nothingness. He says the very concept of nothing is crucial to understanding freedom. For other, humans exist in a world of nothingness, which means we're constantly confronted with the possibility of non-being. Death, for example, is an ultimate nothingness that we will all face. But this awareness of nothingness is what gives our existence meaning. It forces us to act, to choose, and to make something of our lives. Moreover, authors argues that we can never escape the other. Other people are always there, shaping how we see ourselves. But they are also something we cannot control. This interaction with the other plays a fundamental role in defining our existence. Finally, Sartre confronts the absurdity of existence. He argues that life has no inherent meaning and we are thrown into a world that does not provide us with answers. This is where existentialists part ways with the traditional religions and philosophies. They don't believe it in a given purpose. So, what do we do with this absurdity? Sartre says the solution is to create our own meaning. In a universe that offers no fixed answer, we must define ourselves through our actions, choices, and projects. So, to sum it up, Being and Nothingness by author is a deep dive into what it means to exist, how we shape our identity, and how freedom and responsibility are intertwined. It's a book that challenges you to confront your own existence head on and embrace the freedom and agency that comes with it. Do you agree with the author that we are condemned to be free? Or do you think there is more to our existence? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this summary insightful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dive into the philosophy, and share this with someone who loves to explore the big questions. Until next time, remember, in the vast emptiness of the universe, it is up to us to create our own meaning. Thank you. Take care.